Star Trek is paying tribute to one of the show's forgotten victims after 32 years. In the expansive universe of Star Trek, countless lives have been touched by space exploration, some celebrated, others forgotten. But now, after more than 3 decades, the franchise is making amends with a long overdue tribute to one of its most tragic and overlooked casualties. In a powerful callback that has resonated with longtime fans, Star Trek is honoring Ensign Marla Astor, a character whose brief appearance in Star Trek: The Next Generation left a lasting emotional impact, even as she faded into obscurity. First introduced in the Season 3 episode The Bonding, Ensign Astor wasn't a central figure on the bridge or a recurring presence in 10 Forward. She was a single mother, an archaeologist serving aboard the USS Enterprise D, and most importantly, a woman who died off-screen during a routine mission. Her death was sudden, seemingly inconsequential, and easily overshadowed by the show's bigger arcs. But the trauma she left behind, particularly for her son, Jeremy, became the heart of the episode and, quietly, a symbol of the human cost of Starfleet service. Now, Star Trek is circling back. In a recent episode of Star Trek Legacy, a proposed continuation series that has been fervently demanded by fans and subtly teased in promotional materials, a character reveals themselves as a grown Jeremy Astor, now a Starfleet officer. Played by a new actor but carrying the same last name and backstory, Jeremy speaks of his mother's death with reverence and depth. His appearance is not just a nostalgic Easter egg, it's a rectification of a narrative injustice that has lingered since 1990. Why Ensign Astor mattered more than you think. While Ensign Marla Astor's screen time was minimal, her presence was crucial in showcasing the emotional layers of TNG. Her death was the first to truly examine the toll that Starfleet careers have on families, especially children. Commander Worf, who led the away team that encountered the minefield which killed Astor, was devastated by her loss. The Klingon warrior, often seen as stoic and unfeeling, insisted on performing the Ruestai, a bonding ritual with young Jeremy, symbolically adopting him into his house. It was one of the rare times Star Trek paused its galactic storytelling to focus on personal grief. But after The Bonding, Jeremy disappeared. The storyline was never picked up again. We never saw him grow, grieve, or heal. There were no follow-ups, no references, nothing. Like many secondary characters in Star Trek, he was a narrative loose end, a plot device left to drift in the void. Until now. A tribute 32 years in the making. The recent tribute to Marla Astor works on multiple levels. First, it acknowledges the trauma of her loss, not just for Jeremy, but for the Enterprise crew and viewers who saw their own loved ones reflected in her story. Second, it reaffirms the long-standing Trek value that no one has forgotten. In a universe that spans centuries and countless civilizations, even a single life matters. By bringing Jeremy Astor back into the fold and having him mention his mother's dedication to science, her passion for ancient cultures, and her love for her son, Star Trek has given her legacy the closure it deserves. The emotional resonance of Jeremy's return also allows modern Trek to reflect on something that older series only touched upon: how children cope with loss in a futuristic world. Jeremy speaks openly about therapy on Starbase 515, the support he received from Worf and Captain Picard, and how Starfleet helped him find purpose. It's a poignant, affirming message about growth after grief, something even 21st century audiences can relate to. Not just fan service, a statement of intent. Cynics may argue that Star Trek's modern shows occasionally rely too heavily on nostalgia, bringing back legacy characters or name-dropping obscure lore. But the Astor tribute feels different. This isn't about pleasing Reddit threads or deep-diving fans. It's about tying up the emotional loose ends that make Star Trek more than just sci-fi. It's a statement. Even those who seem forgotten have their place in the stars. Moreover, Jeremy Astor's new role in Legacy offers rich storytelling opportunities. He's not just a callback, he's a symbol of how tragedy can shape a life, but not define it. There's a touching symmetry in his path. Where his mother died in the line of duty, he now works to preserve life and knowledge in her honor. Whether as a science officer, a ship counselor, or a Federation ambassador, Jeremy's story is a testament to the